Although we do not see any windows open, we see the Win OS2 Groups folder open, signifying an active window. Let's display the Win OS2 Group window and use the window list. To view the window list, we use another shortcut. We place the pointer in a blank area of the desktop. We click mouse button 1 and mouse button 2 simultaneously. Then we see the window list. We double-click the Win OS2 Groups text and see the window. Now we close the window, and Warp closes the Win OS2 Groups folder on the desktop. On the right side of the Launchpad, we see 4 Launchpad objects. Some of them have a bar with an up arrow above them. This bar signifies a drawer. Let's view the contents of the learning disk. We place the disk that accompanies this tutorial in the proper drive. Ours is A. Now we select the Drive A object and see the Drive A icon view window. Sample 1 is a Microsoft Word for Windows 6.0 file, and Sample 2 is an Excel file, and OS2 Warp displays specific icons. The learn.exe can be read in DOS as signified by a DOS prompt icon. Let's open the Learn file. We double-click it, and OS2 Warp displays our file. To view all of the text, we enlarge the window. We close the Learn window and return to the Drive A window. We answer yes to the close prompt. We close the Drive A window. To view our hard drive contents, let's open the drive drawer. We click the bar with the up arrow on it and see the Drive C object. We select it and see the Drive C tree view. Now we close the Drive C window. To remove the hard drive icon, we choose the drawer bar. Choosing the next object displays the OS2 command prompt. Use this prompt to type OS2 commands. We can type up to 299 characters before we press enter. Now let's enter an OS2 command. We type CHK DSK. Then we press enter and see our hard drive information. Now we close the window. We answer yes to the close prompt. Some OS2 commands are different from DOS. If you want to use DOS commands, simply display the drawer above the OS2 window icon. Now we see the DOS window icon. Just select the icon to see the DOS window. Then close the drawer. Earlier, we viewed the OS2 tutorial screen. For easy access to the tutorial, we choose the third button. We select the Quit button and return to the Launchpad. Use the last icon, the shredder, to quickly delete files, objects, or folders. We'll use the shredder later.
You may pause the tape now.
If you have a sound card, as we do, you can control the volume, change sounds, or turn it off. Let's view our OS2 Warp sound options. We open OS2 System. Then we open System Setup. We open Sound and see the Sound Settings notebook. With the Sound tab selected, we see the system events and the default sound files. Most of the system events have sounds assigned to them. If you want, you can change the sounds. To reduce or increase the volume, we can click the minus or plus buttons. For faster volume adjustment, we place the pointer on the sound dial indicator, the line. Then we drag the mouse to the right or left. Let's turn our sound effects off. We select the button in front of the Enable System Sounds option and remove the check mark.
The sound changes are permanent until we change them.
We select the Warning Beep tab. By default, OS2 Warp sounds a warning beep when it displays a warning message, or you press an invalid key. We select the General tab. Let's change our sound object title. We can use any characters, including spaces, except the backslash. We can create up to 3 lines with 26 characters per line. With the insertion point blinking in the title box, we press the Delete key and remove the text. Then we type via graphics sound. To start a new line in your title, press the Enter key. Use the Create Another button to make a different sound icon. The Edit button allows you to change the current icon. Use the Find button to locate any objects. We're finished, so we close the Sound notebook. We see the new icon title. With OS2 Warp, we can create a shadow. A shadow is a new object that represents an original object and its contents.
Use a shadow object to access frequently used objects. A shadow object is different from a copy.
For example, a copied object is independent from the original, but any action we perform on a shadow automatically exchanges data with the original object.
The objects we used earlier in the Launchpad are shadows. Remember, if we move or delete a shadow, we do not affect the original.
Let's create a shadow from the Via Graphics Sound icon. We place the pointer on Via Graphics Sound. We click mouse button 2 and see the pop-up menu. We choose Create Shadow and see the Create Shadow box. We want to place our shadow on the desktop, so we select Desktop. We choose the Create button, and OS2 Warp creates our Via Graphics Sound shadow. Let's close the System Setup, then the OS2 Systems windows with a keyboard shortcut. We press and hold the Alt key. We press F4 twice. With both windows closed, we release the Alt key. We see our shadow in the upper right corner of the desktop. We open a shadow object the same way we open a regular one. We place the pointer on the shadow icon. We double-click and see the Via Graphics Sound settings. Now we close the window. Earlier, we used General Settings to change our sound icon title. However, we can easily change an object title from the desktop. Let's change the Windows Programs folder to our Program Manager. We place the pointer on the text. We press and hold the Alt key. We click and see the highlighted text. Now we release the Alt key. With the insertion point blinking, we press the Delete key and remove the text. Now we type in all capital letters, "Our program." We press Enter and type Manager. To deselect the text, we point and click in a blank area. Now we see our new object name.
You may pause the tape now.
Let's review what we've covered in Chapter 2. We discussed sections of the OS2 Warp tutorial. We defined OS2 objects, then opened a folder.
We displayed tree and detail window views. We moved the launch pad. We assigned a password to our system, then used lockup to secure it.
We used the Find button to locate a program. We shut down, then restarted our system with the Shut Down push button.
We viewed minimized windows with the window list. We explained programs in the information window.
We viewed the OS2 command prompt, then the tutorial. We explained the shredder.
We changed the OS2 sound settings, then created a shadow object. Finally, we changed the object name from the desktop.